Thank you for being here today. We have a number of dignitaries that are here. There are a few really special people I would like to acknowledge first. The Hyundai Motor Manufacturing of Alabama President and CEO, Mr. D.R. Che. HMMA CAO, Mr. Bo Young Lee. Dr. Bernice A. King, the King Center for Nonviolent Social Change. We have Ron Sparks is here for Senator Doug Jones. Charles Jenwright with the Montgomery County Commission. City Council, excuse me. I'm sorry. Dr. Eric Mackey, the State Superintendent. Anna Buckaloo with the new President of the Chamber of Commerce here. We have Melinda Williams with representing Representative Terry Sewell. And if I've missed somebody, I apologize. Welcome. There are a number of people that you are going to be introduced to who will speak to you. And I'm going to just give you a quick overview. We have Zafar Brooks with HMA, Director of Corporate Social Responsibility and Diversity and Inclusion. Montgomery County Board of Education Superintendent, Dr. Ann Roy Moore. Probably our most important speaker of the day, Sage Williams. We have Jim Suddick, Vice President of Education Partnerships from the Mind Institute. Mayor Todd Strange, City of Montgomery. Elton Dean, Montgomery County Commission. Willie Durham, who is the current chair of the Chamber of Commerce, and Robert Burns, Vice President of HR and Administration. Just one more second to say thank you. This is a great day, and we are very appreciative. It's a great day for Hyundai, for MPS, and for Montgomery. Thank you very much.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Claire, for those warm opening remarks. Thank you for introducing everybody. For those who I have not met, my name is Zafar Brooks. I'm a director at Hyundai Motor America, the U.S. car company. We're based in Fountain Valley, California. And I lead corporate social responsibility and diversity and inclusion for the company. And it's always good to be back in Montgomery, Alabama. The sun is out today, and it's a great day. It's a Hyundai day. Great day in Montgomery, right? I love what she said. So I, too, want to extend our welcomes and greetings to everyone who has joined us today. Thank you so much to all of the educators that are in the room, the administrators here from this great school, of course, your wonderful principal, Mary Markham. I don't know if you said, is she here? She's here today? Oh, there she is. Hey, Mary, nice to see you. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for having us at your wonderful school. All of the community leaders, the faith leaders, and of course the media having you out here today. But most importantly, the most important folks that are here today are the children here from Katoma. Let's hear it for the kids at Katoma. I see some wonderful, bright young minds that we are here today. It is for you we are here today. It is for you who we stand. And we look forward to being with you. Go Mighty Indians, Katoma, huh? So we're looking forward to that. Well, today is a part of Hyundai's ongoing commitment to community and corporate social responsibility. You know, since our inception in the U.S. car company about 35 years ago, Hyundai has been committed to making society a better place. Our brand slogan, after all, is better is the engine that drives us, and we believe in that message. We believe in giving back to the communities in which we live and work and do business because it is not only the right thing to do, but it's also good for the communities. In fact, in that time, since about 2007, we've donated over $200 million to causes and nonprofit organizations across the nation in the areas of children's health and safety, education, the arts, the environment, economic development in communities, and indeed diversity and inclusion. And we've been proud to do many of those projects right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Well, as you know, Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Alabama is proud to call Montgomery home and employs about 3,000 people in this community. In addition to the countless numbers of suppliers and vendors and organizations who all work with our organization, for which we could not be more proud. Our goal here is to be a trusted partner in this community and other communities around the nation. But today, we are proud to announce our latest community partnership in education, and we're proud to announce it right here, Montgomery, where we have called home for over 15 years. Now, one of the issues that is core to Hyundai in our corporate social responsibility work is education and our children, as you heard me say earlier. We know that when a child has a solid education, he or she is able to realize their best potential and to be an active contributor to society. Here's a few statistics about education that I thought you might find interesting. Every year in the U.S., over 1.2 million students drop out of high school in the United States. That statistic works out to be every 26 seconds. Every 26 seconds, or about 7,000 kids a day, based on a recent study, drop out of school. I thought that just couldn't be right when I first read it, but it's from a study from the U.S. Department of Education. But here's some other facts. High school graduates are more likely to be employed and make higher incomes throughout their work life. High school graduates have better health and longer life expectancies. High school graduates are more likely to be employed and make higher incomes throughout their working lives. And this nation depends on a skilled labor force. That's why, one other statistic, then I'll get back to what we're doing here. But the good news, there is better news. It's not all negative. The good news is that graduation rates in this country last year set an all-time high at 84% in the year 2015 and 2014, based on the U.S. Department of Education study. While that is promising, there's still 1 in 5 ninth graders do not continue to graduate from high school on time. That's why in 2011, Hyundai Motor America, along with the Mind Research Institute, launched our STEM initiative with our educational partner, the Mind Research Institute. Research shows that when a child has access to STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that they will have a stronger student and contribute to the lifelong love of learning. As our students become citizens, they will bring with them the skills and the knowledge they've learned. If we are able to empower our students to think critically, to analyze, to explore new horizons, society will benefit. You know, we have a way of saying with our program, with the MIND program we're doing, we are unlocking bright minds today to solve tomorrow's problems. And so that's exactly what we're doing. So a more STEM proficient generation can help to carry our country forward. So we created this Hyundai ST Math Lab program with the Mind Research about 7 years ago. The program actually was the creation of mine, and it's been going on since 1998. But so far to date, we have supported 72 schools across the nation with about 25,000 students and over 1,000 teachers throughout the nation that are benefiting from the Hyundai Math Labs. The Hyundai ST Math Lab with the Mind Research Institute provides early exposure to STEM concepts to children from ages K through 6. And later, Jim at the Mind Research Institute will tell you more about the program. Today, we are very, very proud to welcome the Montgomery Public School System to the Hyundai ST Math Lab program. We are pleased today to bring you in as a part of those 72 schools as our latest cohort. This program will go to 5 schools throughout Montgomery and benefit 3,000 children in this community. So without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Ann Moore up to the front of the room. I also want to invite President Che and our wonderful mayor, Todd Strange, to the front, because we want to make a little ceremonial presentation here. So if I can get you to stand right here, right there. And you stand right on that side there. Mr. Mayor, right over there beside President Che. And I also want to get our Commissioner Elton Dean to join us as well. Please come on up. So we'll just stand over there. So as the latest member of the Hyundai Mind partnership and the ST Math Leadership Institute, we are very pleased to invite the latest 5 schools for the Montgomery Public School System that will support 3,000 children in this community to the Hyundai Mind Math Lab Institute program. And we are going to be making this donation to the Montgomery Public School System in the amount of $250,000.
We'll start to your left. Start to your left, right here. Move to the center. Okay, to the right.
Eugenia, I'm going to invite Dr. King to join us as well. Come on up, Dr. King, be a part of this. It's an important member of the Montgomery community for a lot of years.
We'll start to the left again.
Here, there you go. You'll come out just a little bit there. Thank you.
I don't need to be.
Thank you.
To the center. Okay, to the right. All stills good?
Thank you.
Video good?
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
Good luck getting that through the ATM. All right, let's sit that right there. So I'm going to ask Dr. Moore to stay up, and she's going to make a few remarks, and then I'll come back up, and we have some other speakers to speak. So Dr. Moore, congratulations.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank all of you, all of the dignitaries that are here today. I'm not going to repeat those names because they've been called more than one time, but I will say, Dr. King, thank you so much for being here, and we introduced you to our young lady who's here today, and she was very excited to know who you are. But I want to say, as a former teacher, I still consider myself a teacher, but I do understand the importance of hands-on activities for students who are really young, because a lot of times we try to teach them in an abstract way, and so you have to have something in your head to think abstractly. It doesn't just happen. So the hands-on STEMs activities that will occur with this really, really great donation that we're going to receive as a school district, school system, we are so pleased to have it. We thank all of you, those of you who called me early on and said, would you please apply for this? Those of us who are on the staff who really completed the application process to get it to where it needed to be, Hyundai and Mind Research, we thank you so much. And I think really great things will happen for our students. And we're going to try, even though we don't have a grant, hint, hint, for the other schools who are not in it, we are still going to try to also start some STEM activities in other schools in our school district. Remember that public education is super important. I would say most of us in this room went to public schools, and so it is good. We have choices, but public is one of those choices that a lot of people will take advantage of. And so we want our kids to be educated as well as anyone else. So this will give us that opportunity to present great things to our kids and have them involved in a way that they've never been involved before. Lots of training for our teachers also, and that's also a good thing. Okay, so now I'm supposed to introduce Sage. Sage is one of our wonderful little students, and I had a chance to talk to her early on. She's a 4th grader here, and Sage, I don't know, this podium may be a little bit taller than you are, but she likes math, and she's also going to be in acting classes if she hasn't already started. So she just loves everything that we hear about today. So I'm going to let her have her say right now.
Let's see this.
Let's see if she do this here.
Right here.
We're going to make sure that she doesn't fall.
Let's try this a little bit. Let's see.
How about that?
How about that?
I wanted to see more.
So today I'm going to be telling you why math is important. One of the reasons math is important because when you're doing your everyday life and you're going to your job, you have to know what money you're supposed to handle, and you have to know what money you're supposed to get back, so you have to know how to count money. So you don't get scammed out of the money. Then, also, when you're doing any profession, say you're doing acting, you have to know which steps to take when you're doing dancing. You have to know how many times to do the right move. So everyday life, you use it every day. Math is very important. Without math, there would be no world, because there are 2D dimensions and there are 3D dimensions. Where would we be if there were no 3D dimensions? So that is my closing remark.
Thank you, Sage. Another, tough one to follow. That's a tough one to follow. Thank you so much. Now you see why we fight so hard. You see the people we're fighting for, and Sage is our future. So thank you for being with us today and making those wonderful remarks. Now I'd like to bring up to the stage Jim Sidek. He's the Vice President of Partnerships with the Mind Research Institute, who can tell you a little bit more about the program and actually how it's going to work here in Montgomery. After which, we're going to then bring up our Mayor, Todd Strange, and then after that, we'll have Commission Chairman Elton Dean, who will come up and make remarks as well.
That's hard to follow. On behalf of Mind Research, we'd like to offer our sincere thanks to Safar and on everyone at Hyundai Motor America as a partner in advancing education in our communities. The partnership enables us to work with an exemplary institution like Montgomery Public Schools. Research shows early math skills are the #1 predictor of later academic success, even more than reading, attention, or behavior. Having a deep conceptual understanding of math creates problem-solving foundation that all areas of STEM are built on. Despite the research being clear, too many of our students are falling short. They're not mathematically prepared for the skills they need for STEM careers. Less than half the students in the United States are proficient in mathematics by 4th grade. That number drops to around 1/3 by 8th grade and continues to decrease when they get to high school. It's these statistics that keep me motivated, talking to school leaders about ST Math and our impact. ST Math is a visual instructional program that builds deep conceptual understanding. We build that through rigorous learning, creative problem solving. We're trying to engage, motivate, and we're challenging children from pre-K through 8th grade and get them to become higher achievers. Longitudinal broad-based studies across diverse populations continue to demonstrate ST Math's efficacy in building lifelong learners and getting students prepared for those STEM fields. With Hyundai's support, 5 more Montgomery public schools will receive ST Math program. In addition, the schools will also receive professional development to help teachers build that connection of ST Math in the puzzles to the classroom mathematical curriculum that they're currently using. We will also have access to information and individualized feedback for students' progress to enable the personalized learning path. We will also support year-round educational support from our Mind team. And we also will look at annual state test scores to assess the ST Math productivity in the district. We all know that from personal experience that we do not achieve success alone. We achieve the greatest success when we all work together. That's what makes this so special. We have the community coming together. And with the support of our partners and in working with educational partners in districts and schools, ST Math is now reaching over 1.2 million students across the country. 47 states working on the last 3. It is these partnerships that help Alabama schools using ST Math achieve this success in math proficiency. We're proud to extend our ST Math family to include more Montgomery Public Schools when we can join in the efforts to improve the critical thinking and problem-solving skills of their students. It's these skills that will enable these students to be equipped to solve Montgomery's and the world's most challenging problems. I want to say a special thanks again to Hyundai for the support of ST Math's expansion. Thank you for the commitment to helping communities and helping thrive by investing in academic future of our youth. Thank you.
We all know that we cannot follow Sage. So I've asked her to join me in this conversation. Let me just say at the outset, this demonstrates Hyundai's continuing commitment to education, to our community, and to what's good about being the corporate citizen that they are. I wanted to tell this young lady a quick story. That gentleman right there is the reason that I am your mayor. So far, Brooks, many years ago, had the opportunity to approve our application to become a Ford dealer in Montgomery, Alabama. And he could have approved me or he could have disapproved me. For me, he approved me, and the rest is history. Because I am one of maybe only 2 people in this room that know where Fountain Valley is. And I spent about a week in Fountain Valley working on bringing this with Ellen McNair, to have this company come to be here today to give you and the other students that opportunity. And he said 3,000, but I'm going to say it's countless thousands that we're going to touch because of this gift, because they've got sisters and they got brothers and they got parents and they've got other people that they will benefit from this. And I did not know mine, but we're grateful for your partnership with this great company. And you'd be really smart to continue that partnership, because we want to continue the partnership. And President, you've been a wonderful leader for our community. And Ms. King, your father is a legacy in this community. And frankly, we are a community today, even with our challenges, much better because of the stance that he took and the inclusiveness that he preached throughout the world. And Sage, what I want you to do is to say on behalf of all of the students that you represent, how grateful you are to Hyundai and to mine and to Miss King for all that they do.
I am very grateful.
That's a hard act to follow stage intro.
Mike's are back there.
Okay, all right. Well, I often tell people that in Montgomery, Alabama, the seeds have been planted years ago. But today, they're being harvested. And oftentimes we say young people are our future. But, you know, if you got grandchildren like me, you know, I can't wait for the future. They're there today. They teach me things today. So I can't wait for the future. But Paige, I appreciate you, the principal here. And I want to recognize my partner in this particular school is in my district. My partner in this district is Mayor Browers. Okay, we've always been proud. We've always been proud of this particular school because you know what? This school looks like America. If you know what I mean, it looks like America. So Hyundai, you are a great partner, and we want to make sure that you understand when we recruited you, we told you we would be a part of your family for always. We would never leave you. So anytime you need us, we want to make sure that we are here for you. And we don't want to just continue to use your workers and yourself and the things that you do. We just want to make sure that you know we love you and we want to be there for you at all times. Mr. President, we appreciate you. We appreciate your staff. Mr. Brooks, we appreciate you coming to Montgomery many times. Hopefully next time, you know, if he's not here, that I'll be here. Okay. But we appreciate what you're doing. And like the superintendent say, hopefully we'll apply for some more grants and more grants and more grants and more grants and more grants. But this is a big token of appreciation that you all are giving us today. So we thank you for it. And we'll take more.
Well, we have just a couple more speakers, and then we'll be wrapped up. We want to now bring up the chair of the Montgomery Chamber of Commerce, who's been a wonderful partner in this whole exercise, Mr. Willie Durham, and his team that are here. So, Mr. Durham, would you come up and make some remarks? Oh, before he does, we want to thank also the members of the school board that are here that didn't get acknowledged earlier. So, thank you for being here, the members of the school board for being here as well.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks, and we wouldn't overlook our school board members at all because they are the rubber where the rubber meets the road. And Sage, thank you for those comments because it's important. We got to count. My customers got to count to pay their insurance premiums, and it starts here. So thank you very much for those comments. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the President of our Chamber of Commerce, we just want to thank you for what you've done, Hyundai Motor America, for the partnership and the investment in this community. It's going to pay dividends, as the mayor said. Not only 3,000, but countless thousands of people will be touched by your investment in this community. The partnership with Hyundai Motor America that had with this community has been a relationship for over 15 years. So the partnership that you're displaying today is continuous, and we really appreciate it on behalf of the business community, because workforce development starts here with SAGE. And the programs that this ST Math program is going to do is going to help us with workforce development and preparing our kids for the opportunities that headed this way. So we're grateful on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce. This program provides tremendous value and help us to achieve the workforce development, which is leveraging partnerships with K-12 and higher education in various industries to implement a variety of programs community for high wage, skilled work environment, and future leaders. This donation is only the latest in a long and generous one that Hyundai Motor America has had since selecting Montgomery's first home 15 years ago. So we want to thank Hyundai and look forward again for other investment opportunities, Mr. Brooks. So we're grateful on behalf of the business communities and also our president of the chamber, Ms. Anna Buckaloo. So again, thank you for this opportunity, and we look forward for many more to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that remarks. We're about to wrap up. I'm going to bring Robert up in just a second to say something, but one more little surprise. Sage, we're going to make you a superstar. Come back up here again. And the young lady that's back there playing the game, what's her name? Zaria. So in addition to the donation we're making for the money that's going to bring ST Math, we're also giving the school some of these games. They're kind of like Jumanji kind of thing, but I don't think you'll get lost in them. But they're called South of Sahara. And really what it is, it's a board game that mine created. And the kids have to do math problems to move the game forward. So it's almost like playing Monopoly or something like that, but they have to do these problems. The game is in English and Spanish. So we're going to give each of the schools that are participating, the 5 schools, 5 of the games so they can have them in the libraries and the kids can participate. And because you guys have been so wonderful today, we got one game just for yourselves you can take home and play with your friends and your family. Can we take a picture together? There we go, right here. President Shea, can you come and take a picture with the kids here? There we go. So I hope you like the game and you win. I hope it doesn't turn into Jumanji though.
Right here. Right here.
Very interesting movie.
Got it? Up here? Adam?
Uh-oh, what are we doing? Okay. They're making us do all kinds of stuff to take a picture. We just want to take a picture. We're just taking a picture. Oh, yes, our principal. I forgot. Okay, we're good? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Thank you. So as I said, we're going to be sending some of the games to the principal so you can have the games with your kids and they can continue to play as well. So I'm wrapped up now. Thank you for letting me be with you here today in Montgomery. I feel like this is my second home. I enjoy being down here and I look forward to coming back. Thank you for the welcome to come back. I'll take you up on it. We'll be back. So now let me bring up my very, very good friend, Robert Burns, who will close us out this evening.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. All right. No, it's great to be a part of this, and on behalf of our president, D.R. Che, and all the 2,800 team members at Hyundai, it's just a pleasure to be part of this event. And, you know, HMMA has provided direct and indirect support to Montgomery Public Schools for many, many years, as been pointed out, since the plant started about 15 years ago. From hosting educational tours for thousands of Montgomery school children to supporting career fairs at local middle and high schools, and certainly most recently providing funds to Booker T. Washington after the devastating fire that occurred there. But the main thing is that we understand the importance of partnering with local educators to develop young people for the career they choose to pursue in life. Of course, we hope they will consider a career with Hyundai and stay in Montgomery, Alabama. And with that said, Sage, I'm the Vice President of HR. Okay? You keep this car. Because we need more ladies in the automotive industry. Let me be very clear. Ladies like you. So again, thank you, Hyundai Motor America and the Mind Research for making this announcement possible, and I encourage the school board, superintendent, and more to continue to look to Hyundai as a resource for expanding children's minds for future success. Thank you.